The meaning of the movie author Orpheus to read for minutes published 24.09. 2020 updated 25.09. 2020 Russian historical movie, Once Upon a Time There Was One Barber, tells about a difficult period in people's lives. The viewer looks at the events through the eyes of a peasant woman who had to survive the Civil War and the Tambov uprising. The director has long worked on the tape, verifying every detail. Now the viewer has a chance to touch the Russian hinterland and understand what values and life guidelines were the people of that era. The meaning of the movie, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, motion picture, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, a story of a simple Russian peasant woman. The girl gets married. It seems that there is a rich, bright future ahead. The heroine settled with her husband in the house of his family. The relatives of the spouse kept a large household. Immediately after marriage, many trials fell on the girl's share. The heroine was responsible for the livestock. But the girl could not cope with the volume of work. As a result, relatives beat the heroine with a whip. Varvara cannot and does not want to live like this anymore. The viewer can note that the girl has everything for a good life. She has a roof over her head, food, a husband. But in the soul the heroine feels incredible suffering. It is morally difficult for her to be in this house. She feels unwanted in it. Varvara tried to settle accounts with life. But to the great fortune of the girl remained alive. The meaning of the movie, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, is to show the inner suffering of a person who is not happy. This is not the whims of Varvara, this is her condition, which she cannot yet influence. The movie shows an intensely difficult period in the life of the Russian village. Some moments turned out to be very controversial, but the overall picture turned out to be whole and interesting. Straight bold movie does not carry any definite purpose. The creators of the motion picture do not teach or instruct anyone. The director consistently and systematically shows the historical truth. Sometimes you want to close your eyes, some refuse to believe in what is happening on the screen. However, it was with these events that the villagers had to face. With the help of the movie, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, the viewer was able to touch the atmosphere of that time. The movie evokes ambiguous emotions, which not once change throughout the tape. The scale of the production is impressive. The creators of the picture tells not just about a single village. In front of us, the whole of Russia. However, the events unfold within one farm. But the director assures, the life of peasants is not significantly different. Women experience beatings and distrust on the part of men. The drama of the weaker sex is so profound that sometimes one wonders how they were able to endure it. The cast is selected brilliantly. The viewer believes every word, every action, every emotion. Daria Kamasova is convincing and sincere in the role of the peasant woman Varvara. The actress showed the inner core of a woman who had to cope with many troubles and misfortunes. Uneducated, shallow peasant tries to survive in this difficult world. But Varvara tries not only to exist, she wants to love, to fill her life with meaning. However, the heroine did not succeed in coping to achieve mental balance. Some critics assure that the image of the village is shown incorrectly. Around dirt, injustice, suppression of the interests of individual residents. However, this is our history and a difficult period in the life of society. It is not easy to live by love alone. And is it worth it? People needed faith. Faith in themselves, in their own sweethearts. Faith in the best. But they just drifted along. Joyless grey existence, marred by riots, military actions and unwillingness of the authorities to listen to the voice of the people. The viewer saw the image of a simple Russian barber, who left our lives. The meaning of the ending of the movie, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, the director chose a difficult subject for his movie. However, his work deserves positive reviews and praise. People should not forget their history, because without the past there is no future. In the finale of the motion picture, the viewer finds it difficult to hold back tears. At the moment when friends say goodbye to their comrades, it rained. It is not accidental. Nature, Russia is crying together with ordinary people who have experienced a lot of grief, faced with injustice. The Russian land is in water. With the help of this image, the director conveyed the state of the country at that difficult time. Russia is in front of the viewer. Suppressed, wounded, drowned. A strong movie that makes us look at our life today in a different way. After watching the movie, many of our problems go into the background. One begins to think about something really important. The meaning of the finale of the movie, Once Upon a Time There Was a Woman, is to show a kind of summary of the difficult events that happened to the peasant people. Some people were not ready for the problems and trials. However, they were not asked about their desires. The peasants became hostages of the system. But not every viewer is ready to learn the brutal historical truth. Without embellishments and distracting elements. However, there are those who fully supported the director and advocated the truth, no matter how bitter and unpleasant it was. Admin